Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Fredo's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. And Jay, it is a victorious Monday as we do this podcast live for us, for the Onion Ring of Honor, for really the entire fat community. It is a great day.
It really is. It was an enjoyable Super Bowl Sunday in a lot of reasons. Food primarily the best reason for most people. And we're going to get to all that. We've got some other stuff to get to and tons of Ask-A-Fats today that we're going to get to as well. So we got to get our asses moving, which is something we're not really good at doing really ever. Make sure you're following us on social media at I'm Fat Pod. That's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. We've got the Facebook fan page, the I'm Fat Podcast fans page. Easy for me to say, is very accessible and very fun with lots of good stuff on there. Had a new member find the page this week and just sent every meal he's ever had in his entire life to the page, which was a lot of fun.
Yes,
enjoyed it. Like, wow, you had a big day, sir. That was fun. So jump on there. I think the TeePublic sale is still going. If not, there'll be another one tomorrow. So get some merch. I'mFatMerch.com. And in just a couple months, we'll be adding to our Onion Ring of Honor design with a new and exciting item. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but it's going to be exciting. And remember, people have been submitting their resumes to replace me on the show, air quotes. Best resume gets a bracket in March Fatness. So we might just shift the resume. Instead of replacing me, is going to now shift to your resume to get a bracket in March Fatness. So let's just do that. I'm fatpod@gmail.com, so we're not confusing anyone. And of course, you can always leave us a message on the Fat Phone, 708-858-3314. That's always fun to do as well. We've got our Patreon page too. If you want to kick in a couple extra bucks a month, that would be wonderful. It goes a long way when a bunch of people do it. That is patreon.com/I'mFatPod. Okay. Let's get to the big game. Boy, man, no one rocks red like Andy Reid.
Right.
My screen, whenever they show Andy Reid on the screen in that red, like 3/4 zip pullover he wears every game, I can sort of see my TV's color like trying to adjust. Like, whoa, not used to that much red in one shot. It really does have to kind of adapt.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, you see Red Reid, much better than see Red for the Bulls. That will be left to the side, as they should.
Yes. Yeah, that would be good.
Yes. But yeah, it's awesome to have literally one of the best coaches in the NFL history is a no doubt fat. For the duration of his career in Philly, in Kansas City, and owns it. Even while being chided.
Yes.
By fellow fat.
Yes.
And person who should be retired from TV broadcasting at this point, Terry Bradshaw. Yeah. How dare you turn your back on the community? It may not have been your community before, but you adopted that community.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. We were born into the dark. You merely adopted it. However, you're in the dark right now. You are part of the fat community. So how are you getting off the stage? Waddle on over here, Andy.
Yeah.
Hey, Harry, look at a mirror while you're getting off the stage, you jerk.
Look, and Andy's like in on a joke about his weight, just as we are.
Yeah.
But I don't want some dick telling me to waddle on over anywhere.
Right. And this was brought up.
If I said that to you or you said that to me, there would be hurt feelings underneath the surface there a little bit. Like, come on, man. Like, that's a low blow. You don't need to do that.
Right. And I don't remember who it was on Twitter that was like, was it unnecessary? Yes. Is Andy Reid likely offended?
No.
But that doesn't mean that doesn't make it right.
You just don't have the authority to just fat shame whoever you want, Terry Bradshaw. And I know you maybe you don't identify as fat, but we got to see you from the side there, pal. And you're probably 3 clicks yourself. So
right, just don't go too far into the air because someone might try and shoot you down thinking you're a balloon.
Dude, that's a whole other podcast. I've been telling Hope for years. I am like a true alien believer. I think you know this about me.
Yes.
I'm like, yes. The universe is infinite, but we're the only ones.
Right.
We're the only ones, right? Okay. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Here it comes. I welcome our new overlords.
Yes.
For the record, don't vaporize me or anal probe me without my permission. Those are my 2 stipulations. But anyway, back to that pissed me off. Like, and that's already said. Like, well, clearly Andy didn't mind. You don't know that. You could put on a smiley face when someone insults you. He also may not have heard him, considering they were in a loud stadium. You know, people are cheering. It's probably, echoing throughout, a bit poor audio, whatever. But even if it didn't offend him, it doesn't mean he should have done that. I was really like pearl clutching in that moment. Like, how dare you?
Right.
You don't get to. I don't even care. Even if it was like Rex Ryan. Or the other Ryan. Who's the other
Rob
Ryan, the fatter of the 2.
Yes.
And the less foot obsessed, but fatter of the 2. If he were to say it, like, I don't know. I would never say that to you, Rick. If we're doing a live broadcast like we did at Uncle Bud's, I wouldn't go, hey, Rick, waddle on over here. We're about to start.
Right.
That is fat shaming. That's what that is. Yeah. So
that's being a bad guy, but still, hey, Andy Reid got his second Super Bowl ring. Like 38-35. He did, and like great coaching job too in there. Like, listen, I'm repping definitely not Andy Reid. If you're watching on the YouTube.
Andy Freed.
Yes. And like he even brought it up when he was on brought up the cheeseburger representing the Hawaiian shirt. Like
the play call was corn dog.
Yeah, like come on now. That's our guy.
No, of course.
Forever our guy. Like, and I just love the fact that he owns it in a sport where there's so much machismo about, like the way you look and that type of thing. The fact that he's just like, yeah, I'm a big fat dude. You know what I do? Big fat dude things.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Look, everybody can see him. He doesn't need to deny it. You know what I mean? It's, he just, I don't know. I like that he just leans into it. He is unapologetically himself.
Yes.
It's something I'm hoping to figure out someday. I'm getting closer to it, I think. But, good for him. He's happy. And here's the other thing too. Like, joking aside and fatness aside, I think it's well beyond time for Andy Reid to get the respect of people beyond he's just a fat coach.
Right.
He's one of the great coaches in football.
Yeah, he's the 4th winningest coach in terms of number of wins and win percentage.
Well, just like Travis Kelce said, no one believed in them.
Oh, yeah. And then it's like literally you go back and it was like they had the 3rd best Vegas odds to win the Super Bowl. It's like,
put some respect on our names. What?
Right. How about this, Travis? Chug another beer and shut up. Because, like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's the worst.
No, I mean, they're like the Kelce's are the best. By the Jason Kelce, something I didn't know that I appreciate. And he is the fatter of the Kelce's. So he is the one for us.
I feel like when he retires, he's going to be one of those guys that gets skinny right away.
Probably.
Like that turncoat Joe Thomas, now a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Not in the Onion Ring of Honor, though, Joe.
Yeah, you know how he got to be a Hall of Famer?
By
being fat.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. Has he been a Hall of Famer since? No. No.
Exactly.
He got there being fat. But Jason Kelce, like growing up, and then I guess apparently fairly recently, played the Barry sax.
Really?
Which is the fat guy of saxophone. And also was the one that I played and was like legitimately my favorite instrument I ever played.
Yeah. They seem like Jason more than Travis they seem like cool dudes.
Yes.
And decent dudes,
100%.
Yeah. I've always liked Jason Kelce from when he wore the leprechaun. I know it's not the leprechaun, but I can't think of what it actually is at the parade. Another guy just leaning into it. I'm this big guy. Let's go.
Has there been any update on what the city of Philadelphia is going to do with their 1,500 gallons of lube?
Oh, I mean, had they won,
Yes. Yes.
I wasn't sure who to root for. And even as usually like on a game where I'm kind of neutral, as the game goes on, I kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
Never really got to that point. I was just entertained by the game in general.
Yeah, it was two good teams
And
that have a great game. Like two teams that have a bunch of likable dudes on it. Like Jalen Hurts is a really likable dude. Mahomes is a really likable dude. Like that, just having that in there and just like well played, smart coaches, like that type of thing. All the memes from Sirianni crying before the game were fantastic.
Yeah.
So like Twitter was able to do its thing. That was great. It was funny. It was my first time for a Super Bowl party being around people who everybody had a bunch of random bets on the game too. Cool. So it was like, I wasn't really rooting for anybody, but I had things to root for. So like dumb things like, will the last play of the game be a kneel down? I said no, and it was like plus 155. So that was a good win.
Nice.
Like stupid things like that. Like I had a buddy that was sweating the kickoff. Was it going to be a touchback or not?
Oh God.
It was like that stuff was just fun.
They are fun, but you can't put enough money on them to make yourself nervous about it. Like don't do that. Yeah, that's you're just asking for trouble with that because then you have gambling problem.
Yes.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you're in trouble. I did not get in on any bets yesterday. Unfortunately, I meant to, and it got away from me as I was prepping food, which we're going to get to here in a second. But we had Brian and Sarah and Micah and Leah come over for the Super Bowl yesterday.
There you go.
And Sarah's very much like, this is sports ball. What's happening? Sort of a thing.
Yes.
And I had to explain to her why Andy Reid did what he did at the end of the game she's like, wait, why didn't that guy score? Well, that's touchdown. And I'm like, this is actually very smart. We're like doing the math, like, okay, 2 kneel downs and then how much time will be left. And then, so it was cool. It was just, it was a fun night. And you know how nervous I get about making food.
Yes.
So we wanted to make wings, which, Super Bowl, of course.
Yeah.
So we went to the Costco's and they had this, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a big like bag and it has 8 compartments.
Okay.
Of air chilled chicken party wings. So each section had 15 wings in it.
Oh, okay. So it was like made for 8 people.
It was 60 wings total.
Yeah.
Right? 15, 30. No.
120.
120. Yes, 120 wings. So we made half of them. I put half of them on the smoker. And then I did barbecue smoked.
Okay.
And then I did barbecue of the Cholula Mexicali.
Nice.
Which are really good. And I had some questions about smoking chicken. So I texted our guy, Kevin Coleman.
Okay.
Weber Grills is like, give me a call. I'm like, all right.
40 minutes later.
I think it was 20 minutes on the phone. And he's just telling me everything he's making. I'm like, Jesus, we got to get ourselves to one of his parties.
Yeah.
These days. But he talked me through it. Big secret to cooking wings, either whether or not you air fry or grill or whatever, throw some cornstarch on there. It keeps them crispy. Yeah. So I did those. So those are on the smoker. So there's 30 on the smoker, 2 varietals. And then the others I just tossed in olive oil, salt, pepper, and of course cornstarch.
Yeah.
Air fry those. Then I tossed them in the caliente Cholula wing sauce, which is great.
Nice.
And then for the last one, when we were in Door County, I got this hot honey bee sting rub. It's like a honey chipotle rub. So got those ready. Cornstarch, salt, pepper, olive oil. Then I put some of the rub in there too.
Yeah.
Mixed those up, air fried those. Then right when they came out, I just murdered them with more of the rub and tossed them. They were the hit of the night. Those ones were fantastic. So, yeah, it turned out good. I'll share a picture of our whole spread. And as you trying to not eat all the carbs in the world anymore. So it was a good night for me. You could see that there's 4 trays of wings.
Yeah.
Right in front of there, like with the toothpicks, is the Green Ridge Farm jalapeno cheddar, meat sticks, Down at the bottom there is pan con tomate, which is tomato bread in English. And then I don't know what that colorful box there is with the green and the red and yellow. I skipped that one.
I don't know.
Way in the back there is the buffalo chicken dip
Nice.
that Brian made. That was absolutely perfect. And then Leah brought some chicken parm sliders over and some ham and cheese sliders over that she had like put in a casserole and just baked as like this whole gooey layer. Oh man.
Yeah.
And of course a cauldron of bean dip. So that was like gone before kickoff. People just gather around it. I thought I had bacon jam left and I did not. I was very upset to learn that I was out of bacon jam.
It's rough.
Yeah, I blew it. But I think I made up for it in all the wings. And now we've got another 60 wings in our freezer that we can fire up whenever we want. That by the way, 120 wings was $27 at Costco.
Really?
That whole thing was $27. Yes.
Wow. If you went somewhere to try and get 120 wings, it would be like $150 at minimum.
It was awesome. It was so good. And the air fryer is so easy. You just do I was handling the grill. So she was doing the air fryer ones, but I think it's like 400. It's like 8 minutes, then 6 minutes. I forget exactly what it is, but I'll tweet it out.
Okay.
But honestly, you can't ruin them. Olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of cornstarch, air fry it, and then just put it in a bowl and whatever you want to mix it up with.
Nice.
Throw that in a bowl and toss it. You're good to go. So I used for the barbecue wings, I used half Sweet Baby Ray's and half apple juice. So it was a little bit thinner than Sweet Baby Ray's. So it wasn't so, and it turned out great. Maybe I used a little too much apple juice, but people seem to love it. So it was nice. Yeah. Good day. Good day all around.
I had a fun day. I got to go somewhere I hadn't been before. So you might as well have the button ready because Marty picked me up. And it's because we were going to our buddy Bobby's, and Bobby lives like way out. He's like, Marty's in Hickory Hills. I'm in Lombard. Bobby's in Yorkville.
Oh,
so it was a hike.
I'm going to look up Yorkville. I don't know where that is.
It's like south on 47. And it's
like Plano, Oswego.
Yeah. So we went out there and it was a blast. And like this, cannot complain about the spread at all. For one thing, I brought bacon from Charlie that I had to use for the old jalapeno poppers to wrap those.
That's a win.
Oh yeah. The barbecue bacon with like jalapenos with the buffalo cheddar in there. And oh yeah, dude.
Did you make these?
No, I didn't make anything. I can't make anything.
Who made them? Sam?
No, they were there. I just brought the bacon. They were made once we arrived.
Hey,
sorry.
You come up with yes. That's like one year my mom showed up to Thanksgiving. She's like, what can I make? I go, make the corn. She shows up with a bag of frozen corn. She's like, here you go. I'm like, okay. Make the corn here.
No, I pretty much was like, listen, I have some bacon left over. So I'm like, I'm going to bring it. However you want to use as much or as little as you'd like of it, like go crazy. So there, so there were some used, but like though I'm telling you, those jalapeno poppers, man.
Oh, they're the best.
Ooh, and then ham and cheese sliders on King's Hawaiian roll.
Oh yeah. See, now you're talking.
Yes, like that. And there's chili. I mean, there was like your big bag of chips, and then there was guac, there was salsa, there was like a taco dip. So like everything was thought of. And for dessert, Brookies.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what's better than one dessert?
All of the desserts.
Smashing two desserts together to make one dessert.
Yes. Exactly.
It was so good. Like every taste, like or flavor profile you'd want, there was something there for you. So to Bobby and Lauren, a tip of the cap. And then, also walked in the door. Marty brought Cayman Jack margaritas and Bud Light, and like had the case of Bud Light, and just figure everybody's got something that they want. We didn't even say hello in the case of beer drops. It's bottles.
Oh no.
Somehow only 4 of them were lost.
Okay.
But still, it was like all of a sudden I'm like taking my shoes off and I just hear thud and I see like foam across the floor.
The bottom drop out?
Oh, what?
Did the bottom of it drop out?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't see the fall. I just saw the result of said fall.
Oh God, that's such a nightmare. That happened to me once at Walmart. I was walking out with like a case of pop.
Yeah.
You know, the 24 pack now, it's like perforated. So you just like lift it. So it's like an open suitcase almost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking through Walmart and it just, the whole thing undoes. And then every can just starts rolling wildly throughout Walmart.
Yep.
And I didn't have a cart because that's all I was getting. So we're trying to like put this case back together. People were helping me. It was great.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to walk out. I'm just going to set it down here. And put it, here's Marty in the chat saying that the handle ripped.
Oh, okay.
That'll happen.
That makes sense. But yeah, it was like
the handles are weird because you got to kind of, make sure you got to test it.
Mm-hmm.
When you start to feel it going, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. But yeah, to have that happen, that's a rough go. Wait, King's Hawaiian pretzel rolls?
Yeah, that's a fine scar in the chat says, have you tried the King's Hawaiian pretzel rolls launched about a year ago?
That qualifies for no bad words in that.
No, absolutely not. I got to look this up. King's Hawaiian. I've never seen those.
I've never heard of that.
All right, let's see. We're looking. Oh my God. Oh, screen sharing time.
Okay, I was like, you can't not screen share with you. We damn near saw your vinegar strokes there on the YouTube. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Where the hell do you get these things? Locate a retailer.
Coming soon to a retailer near you. All right, well,
that's not now though.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't help me now that Charlie says he saw him at Target. So there you go. All right,
okay.
I'll for those look fantastic. By the way, on the topic of buns, as I've been trying to cut out carbs and I'm making up for it with all the meat and cheese I can handle.
Nice.
I found Oven Naturals keto friendly. I'm not doing keto, but whatever.
Sure.
So it's like the net carbs are like 1. So I'm able to have like a lunch sandwich easily, like ham and cheese on like a nice sandwich roll with like very little impact on my blood sugar. So yeah. So if you're monitoring blood sugar, look out for that Oven Naturals keto friendly like sandwich rolls. They look a little bit kind of
iffy.
Yeah, you could tell they're not like your standard bread.
Sure.
But they're incredibly soft and they're really good. They don't taste bad at all. They're just like a different density.
Okay.
Yeah, they were good. Check those out. But yeah, the other thing I got to mention too.
Yeah.
For dessert, I had a little bit left over from our Frato's box. Did you get a Frato's box of brownies?
Yes.
Okay.
We talked about it.
Yes, we did. Right. Okay. I saved a couple of those and they went over pretty well. I will say. And if you're looking for great stuff from Frato's, you want to get the cookies and stuff, FratosBakery.com, the cookies, the brownies, everything there is fantastic. But if you want to save on your order, go to FratosPizza.com, place an online order, use the code I'm fat, and you will save 10% on your order every time at Frato's. You've never been, you want to try it. What should you get? Well, you could start with the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, or the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. You can't go wrong on any of those. They've also got the comically large mozzarella sticks, which are absolutely delicious. The Cajun bites, everything on the menu is good. It's always changing. They've always got a burger of the month. That's how the I'm Fat Burger came into existence, and it just was so popular. They just kept it full time. It's a great place. RC Cola machine. What more do you need to know? Go to FratosPizza.com. Use that code I'm fat, and you'll save 10%.
Yeah. So this made me think of this. That basically a strawberry Nesquik tasting like icing that they have for the brownies for Valentine's Day and stuff. Is there a Valentine's Day tradition for you and Hope, or is there like an understanding you guys have? Because I'm in uncharted waters here.
Yeah, I mean, we've been together so long. This is going to be our 15th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And we've never been like the schmoopiest people in the world anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't typically make plans. I'm going to the dentist. I mean, and I got to work. That's my Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? So it's, we don't really do much, but I would say, Rick, this is your first Valentine's Day with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
You need to do something. You need to like make a plan, get a reservation. Good luck. All that stuff and treat her.
Well, luckily, because I'm knocking on wood here that this was a true statement. Basically, like, I brought it up and I'm just like, well, I don't really care too much to go out or, around that many people. So,
okay. Well,
I've got a card as a start.
Well,
we'll see.
I don't see her in the chat, so we can talk about this openly.
Yeah, because she definitely won't listen. Yeah, so I've got a card.
Okay.
That part's been acquired.
I think you need to do a little more.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I got to figure something out. It's also like, and this is not meant as an excuse or any weird thing like that, but like, Valentine's Day is always weird for me. I'm not a Valentine's Day guy in general.
Well, we were the fat kids. I mean,
well, yeah.
No one choosed us.
Yeah. Also, right. And then so tomorrow is also the 15th anniversary of the shooting at NIU.
Yes.
Which was on Valentine's Day. So
right.
Not trying to bring it down or anything, but it's an odd thing where I want to find time to go to campus tomorrow, maybe at some point if I can. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. I'd love to, but just one of those things. So it's I try and balance the being fair to everybody around me with doing right by what I'm kind of feeling on the day. So that's always it's always a trade-off.
Well, Sam is the kind of person, from my limited experience with her, that would understand something like that from you. So
sure.
I think that it's cool. Do they do something at NIU every year to commit? Is there a ceremony or a prayer service or something?
There's always something kind of, it's small-ish. Now I haven't looked up to see what's going on this year because it is, one of those every 5-year things. So I don't know offhand if they're doing anything, but I figured if nothing else, go there, go look at the memorial, just kind of walk around a little bit. Think about it, because I don't think it's necessarily bad to reminisce is probably the wrong term, but think back to that type of thing.
You got to keep it fresh in your mind. You know what I mean? It's it was such a huge moment for you personally and for everybody there. And I mean, for everybody in the state knows somebody who went there, or you know what I mean?
And it was it was kind of before the school shooting thing became as
the norm
ho-hum as it was, because it was not that long after Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
That whole thing. But yeah, it's one thing I've always told myself, and I've made sure that I do, is I don't forget the names of the people that were murdered that day. So yeah.
Good for you. That's a good thing to keep that going. And there's no wrong way to do it, because everyone handles their trauma differently, but I'm glad you keep that in mind. And that for years I tried to, on 9/11, I tried to watch that Tribute to Heroes documentary. It was more of the fundraiser. Remember that I don't know if it was the night of or the night after, where all the channels came together and it was an old fashioned telethon.
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder and Neil Young played together. And I try to watch that all the time to kind of get back in that headspace.
Yeah.
Of course, as the years have gone on, I've not been as good about it, but
sure.
This year I listened to a podcast about it. And me, I'm a big true crime podcast dude.
Yeah.
I had to tap out after. I'm this is just too real and it's still too fresh. I had to, it was a lot. But look, man, I'm glad you're doing that. And I know Sam will understand it. And bring her some cheese nuggets from Pizza Pros. And
no, she won't. She can't do dairy.
Just tell her it's like Arby's. It's not real cheese.
The problem is then it will prove to be wrong.
Fair enough. Yeah.
In short order after the fact.
You want to squeeze a lactate in there for her or anything? Happy Valentine's Day, dear. I brought you some cheese nuggets and some lactate.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well, you know what? You could treat yourself on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. To be fair, I did try to as I'm wont to do. I tried to find a bakery that has options for non-dairy, and I think in the entire Chicagoland area I found one regular item. one regular item at any bakery that is non-dairy.
Oh,
So that wasn't great.
that's not good. I mean, it's hard to make cake without eggs.
Dairy.
Well, eggs are not dairy, but milk and butter and all those things.
Yeah.
It sucks. That sucks.
Yeah. Whatever.
More for you though. Jason in the chat says for Valentine's Day this year, I'm getting my wife labor pains for my child.
Oh,
That's a terrible gift, but congratulations.
yeah, right.
Happy to see a new little Jason coming into the world.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations there. Yeah, I don't
betting on Jason on Clint Capella props before he knows it.
There you go. Exactly.
Yes.
All right, Rick, as we look ahead at the calendar, what are you doing on Saturday, September 30th? You have anything in your calendar?
Let me check. Because, I clearly plan out so far ahead. Okay, let me go. September 30th. Huh. Shockingly, there's nothing.
No plans. All right, well, put a little star on that date because my friend Jenna cuts my hair, and she was telling me about a wedding she's going to attend in September in Minocqua, Wisconsin, the Northwoods. We were talking about my Door County trip, and she's like, "Oh, I've been up there before. I'm going for this wedding in Minocqua, Wisconsin." She goes, "They're having her wedding there because the next day is Minocqua's annual Beef-A-Rama." I have never heard of Beef-A-Rama before, but
I think I attended a small, like indoor football game at the Beef-A-Rama.
Yes, I'm very intrigued. So this is from the Minocqua.org website. On the last Saturday in September, the smell of beef fills the air, and more than 12,000 people fill the streets of downtown Minocqua. For over 50 years, Beef-A-Rama has been a premier event, drawing visitors back year after year to join in on the one of a kind fun you can only find in the North Woods. Roasters begin cooking their signature beef before dawn. Herds of creative festival goers dressed in cow-themed costumes start packing downtown early for the 10K and 5K rump roast run and walk along Lake Minocqua, live music, and a prime choice craft show featuring more than 70 vendors. Move, that's what it says, on down to Torpy Park and grab a roast beef sandwich and watch the beef eating contest and cow pie plop. I am going to this.
Cow pie plop.
If there has ever been an event made for us, Rick, it is the Minocqua Beef-A-Rama. And I take issue with our friend Jen Puente, who works for the Summerfest, for never mentioning Beef-A-Rama to us.
It's a shame.
I mean, that sounds awesome.
It does.
Fills the air.
Although they have a 5K, but they don't have a 0.3K.
Nah, they have a walk. That's me walking from my car to the nearest beef stand.
Yeah, exactly. And then the quicker walk, which is from the beef stand to the porta potty.
Yeah. Oh God, that sounds like a lot of fun. I need to go to that.
Yep.
Beef-A-Rama. And yeah, my friend Jen is like, oh, just nonchalantly mentions it to me. I'm like, wait, what? Can you slow down and tell me more about this Beef-A-Rama? Yeah. Minocqua, Wisconsin, man. I can get down with that. It's just so much to do. I mean, 12,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, that's a lot of beef being cooked.
It's a lot of beef looking at the beef being cooked.
I'm going to really try to get there. That sounds so much fun.
Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. So I had a candy that I hadn't had for quite a while this morning.
Okay.
And yes, literally this morning, because I was like, I need something to eat for breakfast. And I realized I literally have nothing here. I need to go to the store. So I look in, of course, the drawer.
The drawer.
I go into the drawer and I see, I forgot it at Walgreens because they were on sale. I gotten M&M minis.
Oh, yeah. I hide my weed in those. I'm sorry. It's probably not the greatest way to keep my kid away from my weed.
That's fair.
M&M's container, but
yeah, right.
It's good for putting in a backpack or whatever if you're driving. Just saying. Anyway,
anywho, the fact, like, just the M&M minis are so good. because I feel like, and maybe it's just because of the sheer size of each M&M, it feels like the shell is thinner than a regular M&M, and I love that. I love the little bit thinner shell, and just like so, they could essentially work as meltaways if you really wanted them to, because each of them are so small. But then you can also take like a handful of them and pop them, and it serves the same purpose. And they're just fantastic. They're versatile. Like, I almost wish they made an even bigger tube of these, but when they're on sale for like 2 for whatever at Walgreens, I'm not going to pass that up anymore.
See, my problem with the minis is I just will eat the entire thing in 2 minutes.
Well, yeah.
I'll do like, and they're gone.
Well, yeah, it's the serving size.
Will take me longer to get through. You know, I love them. They're great. They're really good in like brownies and stuff. And
oh, yeah.
By the way, did you see the commercial with the roast of Mr. Peanut?
Yes, that was great.
I'll go ruin some brownies.
Okay.
Thank you for saying it, Jeffrey Ross.
Yes. Also,
keep your nuts off brownies. What?
Is a little concerning that he actually had a voice.
I
didn't like him having a voice.
No. And no pants, just like Clark the Cub.
I wonder if there's a secondary picture of Mr. Peanut like Clark the Cub.
Oh, that's 3 peanuts. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the minis are good. They have the mini Reese's too. Reese's Pieces. I know you don't care. But they're great. We actually at Indoor County bought a brownie that had Reese's Pieces in it, and we haven't eaten it yet. It's still in my car.
Probably because it's trash.
No, that's not a thing.
It sounds like it.
Oh, speaking of peanut butter, I know you don't care about this, but another dessert brought over to our house. They're from Target. These little like cube-sized peanut butter Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
If you like peanut butter, find those. They were damn good. They're just from like the Target, like the little popping plastic box, whatever they're Good and is it Good and Gather? I think that's their brand or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was like their bakery brand of these little peanut butter bites.
Okay.
Really, really good. I've only got one more little thing, and then we're gonna get to Ask a Fat. So first, want to tell everybody about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. Go get yourself a new CX-30, a new CX-5. The new CX-90 is on the horizon. The new CX-50 is out. New and exciting things coming from Mazda every single day. And what I learned is they have the lowest recall of any car manufacturer because they're awesome. And I will be a Mazda customer for life because they're great cars and because of my experience at Mazda of Orland Park, 8910 West 159th Street. Our buddy Eric Vates will get you squared away. Give him a call, 708-444-3200. You can go online, mazdaoforlandpark.com, arrange a test drive, kind of build your car from scratch to see what it might cost, work on financing, all that stuff. But Eric is your guy, 708-444-3200. Become a Mazda owner like me. I've got 2 of them. I'm 2 for 2. Both my cars are Mazdas, and I love them both. You will too. mazdaoforlandpark.com. Remember a couple years ago, Rick, we had a really good and lucrative sponsor, Dr. Squatch.
Yes, we did.
And they changed their incentive plan, and then and then they also I didn't know that this had happened, but our promo code got on Retail Me Not.
Yes, it did.
And we had I don't even know how to do that.
No.
But Rick and I were like, why are so many people buying so much Dr. Squatch?
Right.
This is wonderful. That dried up. So we've moved on. I still use Dr. Squatch stuff every day. Shampoo, conditioner, soap, deodorant. I got one right here. I got the Wood Barrel Bourbon deodorant right here in my office.
I'm using that soap right now because I saw Dr. Squatch on the shelves at Mariano's.
Okay. It is in stores. Yesterday, I needed charcoal for the smoker. I walked into my Ace Hardware, and I have kind of an old school one. So you walk in, and all the grilling stuff is like right in the door to the left.
Yeah.
To get to the grilling stuff, I had to walk by a massive display of Dr. Squatch, like soap, shampoo. They had the toothpaste. They had everything there. So I'm like, I was just about to place an order. It's actually cheaper to buy it in the store. It was like $6.99 a bar.
Yeah.
I think on the website, it might be $7.99 or maybe it's just $7. but you're not paying shipping. You're getting it right away.
Right.
And they had all the varietals that I could think of. They even had like the Batman promotional set, the Star Wars promotional set. They had the whole thing. It was a really nice display. So if you love Dr. Squatch, it's much more convenient than ordering through the website. I still do because I have like rewards that I can cash in if I buy it.
Okay.
I'll do that when I need to restock up on deodorant and shampoo. But I needed a couple of bars of soap. Picked them up yesterday at Ace. So yeah, they're around. Mariano's, I've seen them. I think they're at Walmart.
Oh wow!
But the biggest selection I've seen, Ace had everything. Like when I saw Mariano's, I think it was just the pine tar, right?
No, I got the wood barrel bourbon.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, you just said that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But was it more of a limited display, or did they have a bunch of stuff?
It was more limited. It was just like it wasn't like a separate display. It was just like in the shelf.
Yeah. So at Ace, this was like a whole
on it.
6 or 7. It was cardboard constructed, like an end cap. 6 or 7 shelves of different soaps and everything. So if you're a Dr. Squatcher or wannabe, you just want to give it a try without going online and having to order a bunch of stuff, just run in and grab a bar. I use the pine tar and the cool fresh aloe. Those are my 2 favorites. Also, the cold brew cleanse is one of my favorites too. And I love the shampoo and conditioner. It's great. So yeah, Ace Hardware had a ton. Mariano's got it. So go check it out. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm a wood barrel bourbon person. I think I'm on my last bar of wood barrel bourbon and found a cool fresh aloe sitting around too. So I've got one of those, and then I'm going to have to restock and decide if I want to go back to Squatch full time, which I might do.
Yeah. I just love that every now and again I'll have whatever. I have like 4. I have a big long soap bar in my shower, and I kind of just rotate between. So at any time I'll have 4 different Dr. Squatches in there. And whatever it is, if I put it on like in the morning and then get home from work, give my wife a hug, she always says, "You smell so good," every time, because the soap smells good. The deodorant smells great. It's wonderful. I seriously, even though we don't make a dime off them anymore,
right?
I use it exclusively. I'm not kidding. I would give you a tour of my bathroom, but you don't want that. It is literally my bidet and then several Dr. Squatches all over the place.
I definitely don't need to see your bidet.
All right, we got a lot of Ask-A-Fat, so shall we get to them? We got anything else we need to tackle here first?
No, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask-A-Fat is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have maple pepper and lemon pepper bacon. Bacon jams are the original, the bourbon, and the cherry jalapeno. I've got a couple of R&D projects completed. I'm just going to find some time to slice them. They are the giardiniera, the Cajun bacon, and the taco bacon. So we'll see how those come out. Wanted to give a special shout out to JR from Kelsey, who got bacon for Valentine's Day. That's really awesome. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more fun bacon stuff. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
Rick, I saw Charlie at the CHGO Blackhawks takeover on Friday, which was awesome. And he snuck in some bacon. It was the giardiniera bacon.
Oh.
He had a little Ziploc bag and, wrapped in a paper towel. In the bag was a couple strips of the giardiniera bacon.
Was that also put inside of an M&M minis tube?
Should have been. I'm going to say this. 2 bites.
Yeah.
It is the best thing Charlie's made so far.
Wow.
It was freaking perfect. It was so good. So order some of that. Order some of the other stuff. Get yourself the bacon jam. And the Cajun. Haven't tried that one yet either. Guess what? Fat Tuesday is a week from Tuesday. So in time for Mardi Gras, get yourself some Cajun bacon.
Right.
Great way to get fat on Fat Tuesday. Eat a crap ton of bacon. Here's how you do it. Get in touch with Charlie. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com. He's on Instagram at Charlie the Bacon Guy or on Twitter at CZ the Bacon Guy. Very easy to get in touch with Charlie and get some bacon. Get it in time for Mardi Gras. Should be an awesome experience.
Jay, what do we call Fat Tuesday?
Today.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Just wanted that on the record.
Yes, or as we call it, Tuesday. Speaking of that, my mom had an appointment last week. Me and my dad went to go with her, but then we didn't have to leave, but it was a long thing. So we went to Stan's Donuts to just get a cup of coffee or whatever. They have punchkis at Sam's. Or
Yeah.
at Stan's? I don't know why I said Sam's. It Stan's pretty damn good. We had the batter punchki, and then they had like I don't know if it was strawberry or whatever, raspberry, some kind of jelly, and then there was like a chocolatey one. Very good. They did a good job with the punchkis, but I can't wait for my Aunt Joe's that I get every year. Those little strawberry ones.
Yeah.
She got to be placing my order soon on that. All right. We've got some voicemails. 708-858-3314 is the number. So let's go to the fat phone.
Just listened to the podcast where you talked about getting the 8-piece buffalo tenders at Culver's as a way to go lower carb. I, too, need to go lower carb. And I have found my go-to fast food place is Wendy's to get a double cheeseburger, eat just the meat and cheese, leave the bun off to the side, and pair it with a side of their chili as a low-carb way to satisfy my fast food needs. Was wondering what other suggestions you had for ways to maintain the fat lifestyle while still watching carb and sugar levels. Thanks. Appreciate it. Love everything you do. And thanks. Bye.
All right. That's a good tip. It's hard for me to not eat the bun.
Does KFC have the double down back?
Oh, God. Isn't that with the, was that the chicken as the bun?
Yes.
What was the middle, though?
Cheese.
So the middle was cheese. The bun was the sandwich itself?
Yes.
That might be a bridge too far for me. Just using chicken, fried chicken as buns.
Yeah.
Maybe if there was a third piece of chicken.
So that they truly be buns instead of it just being a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would feel better about it that way, I think.
Okay.
I did find, though, a lower carb option. Really had a craving for Taco Bell. The Taco Bell, like just standard crunchy taco with tomatoes is like 10 carbs per taco. So to have like 4 or 5 of those, 50 carbs is kind of a lot, but for a meal, it's not terrible.
Okay.
So you can do a lot worse. So that's what I had yesterday. Did not spike my blood sugar at all. So yeah, I'm just trying to find different things to eat.
Yeah, it's funny.
Or healthier, but just different.
Yeah, it's funny bringing up like I need the, with the 8-piece tender from Culver's being like, need those options. And I was like, you know what I needed? 8 buffalo tenders. So I went to Culver's. I did that like right after we recorded last week, I think.
Did they give you the giant tub?
No, I got 2 4-piecers.
They must be listeners. It was overkill. You could probably fit like 30 tenders in that box they gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overkill. By the way, some people chiming in, Rick, my wife, and as well as That's a Fine Cigar. If you're looking for dairy-free, look for a vegan bakery.
Oh.
There's your answer.
This
you're looking for vegan options.
Okay. I was going to say, and mind you, this is probably very dumb of me, but let's be honest, no one should be shocked by this.
No.
Like the square versus rectangle thing is every vegan option non-dairy, which I guess it
has to be.
Would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Well, I'm a dummy. So
I think that Mariano's, you're like, if you're picturing yourself like in the bakery, they've got like the bakery and then they've got the cooler with like the pre-made cakes in it.
Yeah.
I think there might be some vegan options in there. If not, right after that case, there's a double door cooler that I believe has strictly vegan desserts in it.
Okay.
But they won't be bakery. There's got to be a bakery. There's got to be a vegan bakery.
Yeah. I think there's a couple in the city.
In the city, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll find one. You'll find one. I have confidence. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought of that either.
Yeah. Because and I could be wrong, mind you, but like when I was looking up options, one of them said it was like the option was like a lemon bar. So I thought it was like a vegan bakery, but it said dairy free on the lemon bar. So it's like if every If every item at the vegan bakery is dairy free, why would it say dairy free on the lemon bar? Or I could just be remembering wrong and I'm stupid.
Well, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. I've never tried either.
Yeah.
Nor do I really want to, but
Exactly.
sure, I would just call around and say, hey, I'm looking for a vegan option. No dairy. I would just call.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone now, even like Rosangela's. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've got their vegan pizza. Or the gluten-free pizza.
Yeah.
For people that can't have that. So everyone's adapting. So I think you'll be able to find it. All right, let's go to the next voicemail here.
Hey, boys. West Loop Andy here. Long time no talk. Got some news a couple weeks ago that I am stricken with diabetes. And the question is for Jay. Any diabetes hacks you can share? I've recently discovered just how important the Coke Freestyle machine is with its various sugar-free options, but just wanted to get your hacks since you've had it longer than I have. Also, how about Wilford Brimley diabetes shirt for the podcast swag? I think you could probably slightly enhance the Andy Reid mustache to make him Wilford Brimley.
Let's move it down a little.
But just a thought. Thanks, guys.
Not a bad idea. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not that bad. It's not that hard to manage, I will say. I would recommend getting one of these Libres. I'm wearing it. You can see it there, right there.
Freestyle Libre.
That tracks my blood sugar all the time, so I don't have the excuse to not pay attention to it, which was my problem before. Is like, well, if I never check it, I'll never know if it's high, and I'm doing
presidential logic.
Yes, that I'm doing permanent damage to my body, which is not good. Which is why at Herb's recommendation, I got one of those, and it's been so much better. Just for like the 2 or 3 weeks I've had it, my blood sugar has been significantly better.
Now, do you copy your readings and send those out to people, even though you probably shouldn't?
Yes, all the time.
Okay,
that's what I do. Jason says insulin seems like a good tip. I've never taken insulin. I've been diabetic for over. I'm type 2, obviously, 17 years, maybe longer than that. And I've never taken insulin. I do take Rick, you've seen my grandmother pill bottle that I have every day.
Yes.
With a lot of pills in it, because I also have high blood pressure because, again, I eat like crap 24/7. And then there's like vitamins and stuff in there. So I take a lot of pills, but I don't take insulin. Just avoid carbs. And the biggest mistake I made was when I was diagnosed as diabetic. I just went completely cold turkey. Like, I'm never eating a bad thing ever again. And that is like a ticket to failure.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, if you got yourself into type 2 diabetes like I did,
you're pretty committed.
Yeah, it's probably because of your eating habits, and they're not the greatest. And you're not going to be able to just flip that switch and totally change everything.
Right.
So like I'm doing, like, more proteins, fewer carbs. That is the main thing. And it has made a significant difference for me. So, cut out a bun here and there, instead of having chips, have popcorn or nuts. Like there's a lot of little things you can do. If you want to email me about it, I can probably give you some more stuff. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. But yeah, it's just being conscious of it's not just sugar. It's not like just stop eating candy. Because even like a super ripe banana is like having 3 candy bars because it's so sugary. Once a banana starts to really ripen, it gets really, really sweet. And then it spikes your glucose huge. So it's a struggle, but it's doable. And I'm still here. You know what I mean? And I've been really, really poor at managing it. So I would highly recommend getting a prescription for one of these blood sugar sensors that just keeps you honest. You don't have to prick your finger every 3 or 4 hours, which sucks.
That's gotta be nice.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There's my advice for the diabetes. All right, we've got some emails too. Let's get to them.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
We have resumes, Rick, and we have emails.
Mhm.
Are we starting with the emails again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we got one here from Frank the Tank. He says, "Dear Fats, Duluth Trading has taken some abuse on the podcast for being overpriced. While I agree it's expensive, I have wholesale switched to Duluth Trading boxers, specifically the Armachillo line. At $32 a pair, I only purchased them on sale, but have gotten them as low as $13 a pair. Sure, it might be St. Patrick's Day, and I might be rocking a pair of Christmas clearance boxers, but they do the job. They seem to last longer than the old Hanes pack I used to buy. I suggest you give them a try." I'm down. Like that's it for me. Like I know it's really high quality stuff.
Sure.
And I do own a lot of stuff from Duluth, but it's just a place that I can't like base my entire wardrobe off.
Yeah, and still $13 a pair is still not insignificant.
Yeah. Now I'm wearing right now, I'm not going to model them. Fabletics have
Okay.
these really nice boxer briefs. I think they're called the Blueprint. I believe that's what they're called. And they're awesome. I love those. And I signed up for a trial because Fabletics is like every month they put X amount of money in your account and you have to spend it. But I just tried the trial. I got like 3 pairs of those for like $18, not each, like total.
Okay.
And they're like, well, if you don't cancel, we'll give you another $30 credit. I'm like, okay, bought 2 more pair, and then I canceled.
Nice.
So the Fabletics ones are great, but yeah, I'll try these Duluth ones. I saw them last time I was in there and said those are good, but I just bought like 6 new pairs, so I didn't need it. But yeah, it's not nothing against Duluth. It just, I just don't know if that can be my go-to clothing store,
Right. And because I'm a child, every time I hear someone say Fabletics, I really want to say Fapletics, but that's a totally different thing.
A different sport.
Different sport. Okay. This one's from John. Dear Fats, it's been a minute, but in a past episode, one of you mentioned that the Shaquille O'Neal line of men's formal/semi-formal wear at JCPenney's.
Yes.
In the past, I've avoided anything Shaq branded like the plague since his hideous shoe and clothing ventures in the 90s, but I'm going to a father-daughter dance at my little girl's school next week and figured at 48, I probably should forego my normal hoodie and cargo pants combo and get a sport coat. I remember the tip about Shaq brand and found a jacket and shirt that not only fit well, but actually looked good. Keep doing us Fats a solid. Thanks again.
Yeah, I really liked it. And I got my Michael Strahan jacket, which has become my wedding uniform at JCPenney too. It's good stuff. And like, I will say, both the Strahan and the Shaq stuff is a lot more stylish than I imagined it would be.
Yeah, like it actually makes you feel like you have a fighting chance.
Thank you. And look, you see big guys on TV, and if you get clothes that fit you correctly, they're gonna make you look better.
Yeah,
like Shaq looks good in a suit. Like I watch Family Feud all the time. It's like my time killing. I have nothing to do show. Steve Harvey looks good in his suits. He's a big dude. Like it's certainly doable, but you got to spend a little bit of money. But that's what's nice about the Shaq and the Strahan is they weren't overly expensive.
Right.
So it was not a huge like kick in the nuts when you go to check out and buy them. So yeah, that's good stuff.
Ain't that a kick in the nuts?
I got a tip for you.
Okay.
Vegan options.
You have just the tip for me, or
no?
Oh
God, Molly's Cupcakes in Naperville has
okay.
So there you go. That's not far from you.
No, that is doable.
There you go. Boom.
Thank you, Hope.
And Cinnaholic. That's vegan too. And excellent. We've been to both. So there you go.
Nice.
No excuses. All right. Next one is from PMAC. He says, hey guys, my wife is one of those people that's addicted to cold brew coffee. So she's at Dunkin' most days. Often I get a free bagel or donut due to her racking up rewards points. My question is, if you had a Munchkin donut hole draft, how would you line them up? There's the cinnamon, the glazed chocolate, the glazed, the old-fashioned, the glazed old-fashioned, the powdered, and the glazed blueberry Munchkin. This one's easy for me. The glazed chocolate is the king. That's the king. But I will say, I'm probably still going to take powdered sugar second. But if you find those glazed blueberry Munchkins, they are awesome. And they also have it in like the proper donut size.
Yep.
Those are great. What how about you? How would you do? What's like your top 3?
Glazed old fashioned, glazed chocolate, glazed blueberry, then cinnamon.
Yeah, the cinnamon are good too. I haven't seen those in I guess maybe I haven't looked. I kind of forgot about those.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't been Dunkin' in a minute because, like I've said, not exactly the big breakfast person. So by the time I'm like, okay, I really want to eat something, it's time for lunch.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I understand that. I don't know. Munchkins are one of those things where you see the box like at work or something, and you just get really excited
Yes,
and really
exactly.
happy. It's like, oh, someone brought those. I think all donut boxes have that level of excitement.
Yes. Okay.
Well, look,
All right. Yeah, exactly. That was our favorite. Yeah, our favorite philosophy to have it work. All right, this one's from Popcorn Andy.
Oh, yes.
Hello, my fellow fats. You're both doing an amazing job. Thank you. Thank you for bringing us fatness every week. Going to miss Jay when he's kicked off the show for being skinny and fitting into size 36 pants. I didn't say that. Andy did. Here's my answer to Jay's question. What would you use Arby's sauce on? Answer, everything. Great on tots and fries. Great with eggs instead of hot sauce. That's a good call.
Great call.
Amazing on beef and turkey sandwiches, just to name a few. To answer Rick's question of what is good at A&W, chili cheese dogs are top notch.
Yeah.
Cheese curds are wonderful. They have great flavor and crunch. A&W root beer is amazing. Of course, root beer shakes and floats, top notch. My response to can you eat a box of cereal in one sitting? Yes, many times. This is not a tough battle. The family box is a much greater achievement. The I'm Fat burger from Fredo's is amazing. 5 stars. I can't believe it took me so long to get. Did you know that Taco Bell is selling its sauces in stores? Great on everything and tacos. Keep up the great work. Apparently, I'm fat, dumb, and stupid. I've been sending my emails to the wrong email address, but I'm back. Your fat friend, Popcorn Andy.
All right. Well, he just rattled off a ton of stuff there.
Yeah, right?
Yes, I agree with all of it.
Yeah, I'm excited to try A&W now because I just don't think I have even like for me that's not a big egg person.
Yeah.
The Arby's sauce on eggs. That makes a lot of sense.
That sounds really good. Oh, by the way, another thing I tried on the diabetes thing, that magic spoon cereal that just invades everyone's timelines all the time.
Yeah.
I finally was like, all right, I'm going to look into this because I'm always looking for what I've missed is late night, like sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would just usually fill with eating candy or maybe some Fruit Loops or something. So I got a box of these and they're $10 a box. And it's a lot. But the reason I did it is because I went on her website and if you like subscribe to it, it's significantly cheaper.
Okay.
$3 or $4 a box cheaper. And I can maybe, if I squint real hard, justify that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. I have to say, like, initial, like, first taste of the Magic Spoon was good. Like, crunchy. Like, I wouldn't not know I'm eating anything different. But I will say, like, afterwards, they kind of, like, not the taste, but, like, the actual cereal kind of lingered in your mouth a little bit. Like, I don't want to say it got mushy, but it just stuck around. It wasn't as grainy.
Okay.
It's like cereal kind of breaks down easier.
Yes.
It got more like bread-like in my mouth than it wasn't an unpleasant experience. It was just different.
Yes.
So, but if you're on the fence about it and you're like, maybe get a coupon or something and try a box. But I got the fruity. I was between that and a cinnamon bun. I'll probably try that next time. But they had a bunch. They had fruity, cinnamon bun. There's like a cookies and cream, and I think they have like a honey nut. So the fruity one, so far so good. I liked it. I like that a lot. All right, I think we're up. Is it resume time?
Yes. Let me go over what we were doing one a week. I'll hit a resume this week.
Okay.
This one is from our guy Jason from Oshkosh. Resume says 40 years of fat can easily take over the old man position on the pod. Smart. A minority. Let's bring some color and culture to the pod. Cast a larger net to grow the audience. Okay.
Sure.
Other side of the cheddar curtain. Make it a rivalry or make the pod more regional. Either way, he has access to Wisconsin staples like Rocky Rococo and Quick Trip, plus so much more.
Okay.
Graduated from the drinking school of all Wisconsin drinking schools, UW Oshkosh.
Parentheses, Oshkosh.
Yeah. Know of a drinking game or challenge? I probably did it. Help Rick get a PS5 when they were impossible to get. This is true. That's got to count for something. Said, I'm a smoker. Ribs, pork, lynx, turkey. I've been an avid pellet grill smoker for years. Over 15 years in radio. I can fit right in on complaining about the radio industry stealing my best years.
No, true.
A fan of Chicago teams. Can't lose points or listeners because of the Jags of Wisconsin pro sports. And been a listener since day one, bringing interesting topics to the Fat Phone ever since. Thank you for your consideration at co-host of the podcast or region for March Fatness. I added that myself. I can provide references for my fatness if needed. My doctor, childhood, high school, college, to present day best friend who's been there for every pound, and my wife. That's
All right.
Jason. Strong.
Jason always brings good content to the show too. So yeah, he's definitely in consideration for a March Fatness bracket. All right, keep them coming. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. We've got some really good contenders so far. Fat Matt, really impressive last week. Jason from Oshkosh is skyrocketing up the charts. So bring them in, keep sending them, and we'll keep reading them. And we'll probably got to start thinking about this pretty soon. Probably need to make a decision by next week. So let's get those in last minute, and we'll make our decision and start working on our brackets.
Yes.
Anything else we need to hit before we wrap this up?
I think we're good.
I think we are good. All right. Easy enough. As I vamp to find the music. There we go.
There it is. All right. So find us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod. Send those resumes or any Ask a Fats to I'mFatPod@gmail.com, 708-858-3314 for voicemails. Check out the Patreon if you so choose. Every little bit helps. I'mFatMerch.com to get shirts like my Onion Ring of Honor shirt, which is going to have to be updated in probably like 6 weeks or 2 months, something like that, whenever we finish March Fatness. YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe and then like video when you're watching it. Appreciate that. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. Rate and review it as well. 5 stars reviews, por favor. And check out our sponsors, Charlie the Baking Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Fredo's Culinary Kitchen. For Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Nailed it. Good job, Rick.
Woo.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining us in the chat. On the way out, hit that like button for us.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
Okay, bye.
Bye.